empty. All right, and I'm going to set her up right here. I put duct tape down too over the cord, so it should be nice and safe. Okay, yes it is. And now I'm going to try to get to track me. Can you see me? No. Okay, it just went blue. Okay, it's working. Cool. Sweet. So when I come in at 10, do you think the light will be green? Like it won't be tracking me because I won't be here?
Yes. So what'll probably happen is when you leave, it'll start tracking you. It'll stop tracking you. And it'll probably get confused when people are coming in.
Right.
So after everyone's seated, you probably want to do the hand motion again. Obviously, you're going to explain what you're doing. When you leave and come back, we'll probably pick you up when you come back because there's a bunch of people coming in. It might get a little confused for a few seconds.
Okay. Although it's possible that no one walks by right here, so maybe it doesn't pick it up. All right, but I'll just know, like, when I come in and out, if it's not blue, if it's green, I need to redo it.
Right.
Okay.
And you're familiar with how to do that, right? It's following you. You figured out how to tell it to follow you.
I just back up and I wave.
Yep.
Okay. Great. Wish you were here.
I know. Me too. That place is magical. This workshop is magical too. I did turn that out.
Thank you. You are magical too. One thing I don't want to change everything around for lighting wise. Oh wait, okay, so it just got me off, so let me just make sure I get back in. You see me? Do you see me? Okay, it does work. Great. I'm looking at the lighting.
Lighting's not bad.
Yeah, just do the best we can.
Yep. We'll do the best we can. As we do these more often, we'll figure out, look, we can change these settings here, and so on and so on. Even now, with post-production, I can make the video look really nice.
Great. And I just want to see if it's any better if I did angle it this way. Oh, I don't know if it could do a 180.
No, it cannot.
Okay, no worries. Here, come back here, camera. Do you see me?
You should give her a name.
I know. How about like money bags?
How about Moni?
Moni. Let me just see. I just want to get her over here. Come here, honey. Okay, see me? Okay. Okay, now we're going to go. Dun, 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 dun. You see me? Okay, it seems to help when I wave. So let's put it all together. Monique.
There it goes.
Got it for a second.
Yeah, you're staying in frame, so it's not going to move.
Okay, now it's good. Okay, I just wanted to see.
Frame.
I just wanted to see. Is it a little brighter this angle?
Yeah.
I think it is because of the white, partly. All right, so maybe next time I'll set it up the other way.
Okay.
It's just if I try to do it now, I'd have to move the T. It's too much.
Right.
We'll just do the best we can. Okay. And then I'm going to put you back over there. Okay, come back this way. There we are. And come back this way. Follow me, follow me. Okay. All right. I think we are all set. John, can we do the same thing tomorrow?
Yes.
Just for my
Yep.
morale?
But if we could do, we start like a few minutes earlier, so we can run by 35.
Yeah. I don't have a client. What time is good for you?
If we're done at 8:30, or time,
Done at
8:25.
Okay, sure. 8:25 tomorrow. Okay. All right.
You don't want to sit right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I'm sitting.
Yeah.
Did you think?
Never know.
Let's see either.
Trying to be open to new experience.
Same.
That's too.
Very hard for me.
Yeah, so it's definitely out of my comfort zone.
I did do. We've been doing some couples therapy with her, but I did like her inner child thing.
Okay.
I thought that was gonna be strange to me, but I got a lot of.
Yeah. So,
Hey!
good morning.
So great to meet you
Yeah,
guys in
yeah.
person. Hey, Ryan. So great to meet you. Hi, Lori. I'm good. Great to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet
Hey,
you.
Jackie. So glad you guys are here. I'm just finishing up a couple things and I will be back in a few minutes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing her about something. That's just so easy to talk to. So,
Yeah.
let's just talk about this. You know what? Let's go for it.
We just started seeing we've only seen her.
Yeah.
But she mentioned this and I'm like, why not?
We just moved here.
Yeah.
Oh, what were y'all talking about?
Chicago, South Suburb. Yeah. Well,
Yes,
yes.
it's different, so yeah.
We both live in Southwest Atlanta.
Yeah, I've been to Chicago. Once in, one time I went there in December. I remember we left there going to taxi and all these guys were scarves. It was so weird. And so then we get out and we're walking. I was on Michigan or somewhere. Maybe it was like ice skating for downtown. And I'm like, cool scarf. Free, so damn cool. Yeah. Then we went there in September. It was amazing. To a football game. And, yeah, it was just different. We actually, we did a duck tour. Yeah, duck tour. It was cool.
The-
The city.
The boat tour,
Yeah,
the,
the duck.
the
Yeah.
architecture.
Well, they call it. I think it's called like the duck tour. They're like these amphibious.
Yeah, they can go on land and
Yeah.
to the
Oh,
Like
I
they
didn't
have
know.
Several big cities have it.
Okay. Yeah, I know that Wisconsin.
Yeah,
has it.
but they have them there too.
And then this is years ago. I mean, this is 17-ish. A lot. It was just really bad. I mean, you get to see actually the city, right? Going around.
Yeah, that's the big time.
Yeah, that wasn't a huge place.
It's not.
I saw why it was the Windy City, right? It's-
Oh yeah.
We had our first summer.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Hot.
Maybe, yeah.
Like Chicago has humidity, but it was like another
Not
level
yeah,
down.
Well, this
not like
summer it rained.
subtropical.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it rains so much. That's not normal. We've only been here for 4 years, but it rains so much this summer. It's crazy. So,
A little bit.
Yeah.
yeah, we moved from Seattle, so like we were used to rain and away from rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's been great summer rain, so this summer.
And then it's not raining.
Yeah, then
It's
it
raining
definitely
again.
stopped.
How did you do that?
Just online, yeah. My wife's a therapist. Just, she can't be bothered.
Yeah.
I'm complaining about it. It's just,
Right.
yeah, actually, on that, it's like it's hard to get me to call it back. It seems like it's like a recycle. person push back.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's easy to get a hold of compared to a lot.
Yeah.
Like she'll like you couldn't make it to the appointment. It's like, hey, can we reschedule? Sure. And then she takes it back the next day. Quick to respond.
What did your wife think?
Oh, she's in the therapy, so I don't know. I talk to some people that say they go to church, right? On Mondays, church.
Right.
So I'm like, if I'm going to decide to do this, I'm going to take it serious. I try to do certain machine to grow.
Yeah.
So I can find out that she's
I've done that same care.
or this, yes. I think it's kind of neat too. I found a veterans group, so they have this veterans group that travels a lot. So like it's adventurous type stuff, but they have like a mental health piece of it. Well, there's just like coaching, professional development coaching, and just one of the groups that's like travel, exercise and stuff.
Yeah.
So it looks pretty neat. So this is kind of like just a piece of it.
Yeah. Never been into meditation or anything.
No.
We're like, maybe that's why we
All right, yeah.
need therapy, because we need to meditate.
Yeah, seems like it. Feel whatever. Yeah, I have it. Then they're really kind of getting like self-mastery, like straight mastery yourself, your emotions, open some new ways, but yeah.
It looks bigger.
Yeah.
You could have
Some big barn and that.
Yeah, you could have parties and weddings. That's what I was good like to wear out. That's what I was
Yeah.
Still cool.
Hello. No, it is. I want to get back. Keep it better. That's the same thing. I'm going to look at
Oh my goodness. Are you Eve?
Yes.
Hi, Tassel.
Great to meet you.
So glad you could come.
Yes, thank you so much.
How was everybody's Halloween?
It's pretty.
It was nice weather, right?
Yeah, they must have been better last year.
Yeah. Did any of you go out and do the kids?
Yeah, I walked
Your
out
kids?
there once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Went into another 15, so I don't want to walk that. They went that way, and you the guy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, my last daughter is 17, and I did briefly see her last night, but not for very long. Yeah. Beautiful. Well, I'm so excited to be here with you all. Thank you so much for coming. I think there's 3 more people. Okay. And how's this temperature? Maybe a little too hot? I'm thinking, okay, it's a little hot for me too. Oh! Hey, Megan! You made it! Hi! Thank you. Come on in. Jamie! Well, I think we'll start with one with the Christmas kind of. So, welcome. Let's see, you're in, North Tennessee.
I live in Portland, Tennessee, but I'm back and forth between there.
And then everyone else is in the Nashville area. You're in
South
Carolina. Okay, awesome. It's a pretty nice day. Not super sunny, but like nice, cool. Yeah, it feels like very refreshing. Yeah, beautiful. So, let's see, a few things. If you want to take an oracle card, that is always a fun way to start. Feel free to grab a card. And I do have a book passed around for it as well, but you can just tune in yourself. And maybe if it feels resonant, you can just start by going around the room and just saying your amazing name and maybe just one word about how you're feeling right now about all this. May we start with you?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ryan. I'm just excited for emotions.
Awesome. Hi.
Hey, I'm Jake, and I guess one word.
Sure. or more. It's all good.
I'm happy. Great.
Awesome. Happy is good.
I'm Jamie, and anxious.
All right. Honoring that. Wonderful.
I'm Eve. I'm grateful. I called into work and I used PT all of this now.
Oh.
Good use of
Great. Love that.
My name is Megan, and I'll say open-hearted.
Beautiful.
Morning, I'm Jeff, and I have to read them anxious.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, honoring that.
I'm bored.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you all for taking your precious time and presence to be here. I think we're going to have a really special day today. Just give you an overview. Well, first of all, hello. People are just being of the light. So, what we'll do is we're going to have an opening ceremony. And my intention, my goal is that you come into this workshop with a certain identity, maybe with certain beliefs. And my goal is that 6 hours from now, around 4 o'clock, when you leave the barn doors, you will be in an even more expansive identity with even more expansive beliefs about yourself, so that you really will experience a transformation in these 6 hours. And I've been running this workshop now for a bit, and I have seen so much transformation in 6 hours. So I'm excited to see what you experience in these 6 hours. We're going to have lunch, probably around maybe 12:30 to 1. And during our time together, I'll be talking some, but a lot of it will just be you really having your own experience. We'll do some partner work and some individual work, but a lot of this will just be very experiential for you to have your own experience in this. And let's see. Okay. And this little thing here, we're just recording me speaking so we can share it with more people. But anything you say, we will not put on the recording. So just all right. So we'll have an opening ceremony. I'm going to tell a little bit about my own story, and then we're going to talk about sovereignty, divinity, the one shift, and how that really creates miracles in our lives, and then some sovereignty, divinity practices, and a closing ceremony. And let's just back up to this slide. So this is what I really want to emphasize for all of us. That, and you have to see if it resonates for you. I don't want to impose this on you, but that we are all divinity. We are all a spark of the infinite creator having a physical experience here on this planet. And my belief is that we are all here to absolutely experience a heaven on earth. That we are here during this time period of the planet to bring in a whole new way of being. Maybe you've heard the term the new earth. Has anyone heard the term the new earth? Okay, awesome. So we'll talk more about that as we continue. Okay, so we'll start with our opening ceremony, and I'm going to give everybody a stick of Palo Santo wood. Have you guys heard of it? Oh my gosh, right? It smells so good. If you haven't heard of it, maybe you've heard of sage. It's just something similar to just clear our energy to bring a higher vibration to the space. And then, well, let me give you guys also. And then we'll use a couple of affirmations. I'm just going to grab a bowl when we're done heating it. You put it in the bowl. Okay, and you have your own lighter. And feel free to light it and just start, if you want, just smudging yourself, just breathing in a beautiful Oh, I'm smelling it. It's so good. So, of course, you can use any affirmation or any energy practice that you want, but this is just an example that you could use right now for this opening ceremony to just set the intention that I release all that does not serve me. Maybe there's a certain identity, maybe there's a certain belief, maybe there's a certain relationships, certain situations, even some material things like that. So I invite you just to move it across the body, breathe it in, and internally or out loud, whatever feels good to you, you can use that affirmation, any affirmation, release all that does not serve you. I embody the full glory of who I am. Yeah, let's do that. I'm hoping it's cool. Embody the full glory highest and embodying your highest expression of your precious self. So it is. Okay, how did that feel for y'all? That feel good? Good. I'm going to be talking a lot about, how things feel in your body. How things feel in your body. So, with these affirmations, when we get out of our thinking mind and we just drop down into our body, how it feels in our body. Would anyone like to share how any of those affirmations felt for you in your body?
So I guess for me, it's just kind of like just a release, right? Like a negativity, just kind of like lets you take a deep breath and just relax, find maybe a breathing peace.
Yeah, great, awesome. Anybody else want to share anything? Yeah, Eve?
I really resonated with the I embody the full glory of who I am. But at first, I noticed this tension of like, oh, like, am I allowed to be that, glorious?
Yes.
But just like letting myself feel the message internally felt like sunshine.
Ah, beautiful. Love that. Anyone else want to share?
I would say release as well. Definitely release. Just weightlifting. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I feel like for me, I'd also kind of resonated with the body, the full glory of who I am. And I think for me, it was like a fullness, where you're not typically in a space to feel safe to be who you are. It's like I just like felt this fullness of like, oh, kind of giving myself permission to be that.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, probably most of us in schools or in our families or in religious systems, this has not been what has been encouraged necessarily. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, awesome. So I just want to share a little bit about my own story, and there probably are parallels, I would think, with your stories as well. Part of the reason I'm so passionate about what we're going to be doing today, about releasing what is not serving us and embodying the full glory of ourselves, is I was so deeply disconnected from myself. Just from the coping mechanisms that I had to use in my childhood. I really had to just completely sever all connection to myself and really tune in to my mother. And this deep disconnection from myself, I would say, created a catastrophe of my life for many years, because I was just completely up here in my thinking mind, and that was completely programmed by my mother, my family, my school system, all the things. And so I was living out a life that had nothing to do with me and maybe what my dreams and who I was. So I ended up marrying a man that was absolutely not the right fit. It was a very traumatic relationship. We had 3 kids together, so that was very difficult. I ended up eventually getting a divorce. I had breast cancer. For many years, I did not have any type of career. I had always wanted to study psychology and be a therapist, but I was very disconnected from that as well. I lived in a lot of poverty for a very long time, especially before my marriage, in very dangerous places. It was awful. It was really, really awful. And I was, at times, extremely depressed. Many times I did not want to live. Many times I did not know what to do. And like many of us, I tried all sort of the mainstream possibilities. I tried mainstream therapy. I tried antidepressants. I tried some metaphysical, spiritual practices. And some of them were helpful, but all of them still just, there was something missing. And over time, what I realized that what was missing was myself. I was missing. And I did end up going back for my PhD in psychology and psychotherapy. And 7 years of that training, no one talked anything about helping clients come back to themselves, or helping clients feel their feelings, or helping clients tune into their own dreams, or helping clients follow their own inner guidance. None of that. As I'm sure you guys all know, mainstream therapy is very cognitive based, like, modalities like cognitive behavioral therapy. So everything we're doing today, I came into completely outside of all of my educational training, and just over time, I realized, I just need to come back to myself. I need to feel my feelings. I need to move through some trauma that's still there. I need to tune into my own dreams, and I need to follow my own inner guidance, what I like to call my higher self. And I mean, this brings tears to my eyes. My life completely changed. Just, here come the tears. It just completely changed. That was the medicine. The medicine was myself and my higher self. And so I just want to share that with everyone, because I know some of you have been in mainstream therapy, and that is not what is taught, right? So it's so important for all of us to come back to ourselves and to spread the word about this. This is how, obviously, we can change our own lives, and we can really, I believe, change the whole planet. What I see so much, because I sit with clients all day long in therapy, is that when clients come to me, they're usually in their thinking mind, as I was. They're usually not feeling their feelings. They're usually sometimes in a people-pleasing orientation. They're not feeling their dreams, or if they are, they think they're impossible. Like, how can it possibly work out? And they're not trusting their inner guidance. They're not trusting that voice within. And over time, usually, we get to a point in the work where they are trusting themselves. But this 6 hours, I think, is like an accelerated version of helping us all with that. So, really exciting to come back to ourselves. You are the medicine for yourself. Let's talk about these words a little bit. These are exciting words. Sovereignty, to me, means that you are sovereign in your life, in every aspect. Meaning you are the final expert in your life, in every aspect. Now, usually we weren't taught that, right? We were taught, oh, you need to go to a therapist for that kind of stuff. You need to go to a doctor for physical kind of stuff. You need to speak to a priest for religious things. Okay, so we usually have not been taught that. So when we come back to our own sovereignty, you are the expert in all areas of your life. And it doesn't mean you don't seek out information or people in certain fields to assist you, but what it means is you always run all of the external information through your own vessel, through your own body, and really tune in, how does it feel? Maybe you go to a medical doctor and they tell you some things. And we've usually been taught to just, immediately believe and trust whatever a medical doctor says. So what sovereignty means is you take in that information and you tune into, how does that feel in my body? Am I getting a yes? Am I getting a no? Am I getting, I'm not sure? So sovereignty means you are the expert and you are running everything through your own internal guidance system, which is your body. So a lot of what we're going to be doing today is just really tuning into how things feel in our body and really moving away from the thinking mind. And then divinity, of course, that we are divine beings having a human physical experience. So sovereignty and divinity. Some more points here. One of the best teachings I ever heard from a spiritual teacher was many years ago. He said to me, Tassel, your life is between you and yourself and your higher power. That's it. That's it. Now, again, we usually have not been taught that, right? We've usually been taught, oh, I need to please my parents, or I need to please my friends, or it's really important that I keep harmony with certain people. This idea that we're talking about is no. The most important thing is to keep harmony with yourself. And what I'll just refer to it probably all day today, your higher self. And we know that we are in harmony with our higher self when we feel peace internally, when we're not fighting ourselves. I am sure we all know that experience, right? So the way I conceptualize that, it was when we're fighting ourselves internally, our thinking mind has a certain idea. Like, I'll give an example. I was in this really difficult marriage for 11 years. Through those 11 years, my thinking mind was saying, you have to stay. You have to stay. You have 3 kids with this man. You have you don't have any income on your own. You have to stay. You have to stay. You got to make this work. But in my body, that did not feel right from the beginning. That did not feel right. So I lived for 11 years with so much internal dis-ease. And then I developed breast cancer. So it's right in the word, right? Dis-ease, disease. And interestingly, when I left my marriage, my dis-ease went away and my breast cancer naturally went away as well with no medical intervention. It just naturally went away. So we probably all had that experience, right? Of living with some unease, dis-ease, trying to make certain things work that we can feel in our body is not in alignment. So we know we are in alignment, we are on track, we are with our higher self when there is ease in our body, when there is peace in our body. How is that landing for y'all? Anyone want to speak into that?
I mean, I think it's like, on one hand, the most simple decision-making tool that we already have, and the hardest one to like actually roll with at the same time. You know, there's so many things that want us to tune out of that, and that takes me down like a huge rabbit hole in my mind. But like, if everybody started being more intentional about tuning into their self and what is actually feeling good for them, like, I don't know. I just feel like that would be people, you know, on an individual and like a big, you know, group way would just be so much better off and so much healthier.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Healthcare system would be like, what?
Can you imagine if everyone on the planet was in ease with themselves? Wow. It kind of seems like the solution, right?
Then I'll just say the flip of that and why it's not so easy to do is you don't want to just give up on everything right away when it becomes difficult. And then there's just so many contributing factors as to why you're doing certain things that aren't making you happy. So then at times when I want to just focus on me, I'll feel selfish. So there's so many factors to balance out and try to act appropriately, especially when you have a wife, you have kids, or you have a job. There's just a lot, but I think you just really got to focus and balance these things, because you can have your peace, your happiness, but still be nurturing to others, and not quitting when something gets tough, and yeah, there's just a lot.
I think timing is kind of the
Sure.
key there. Like, yeah, I might feel like, okay, I feel in my body this decision is good for me, but because I have a child, like I can't do it right now. Or, you know, so I think timing is really what makes a big difference in being able to balance. Like, what can I do for now to honor this a little bit and still keep all the different commitments or, you know, important things in life?
Yes, and the way we can move through what we're talking about, which is really important, is to just keep tuning in to what the guidance is, regardless of how the thinking mind might be wanting to arrange things. So we can, and throughout this day, as we tune in more internally, we can feel what the guidance is. And your guidance will know the perfect timing. Your guidance will know the perfect balance. So my guidance, my higher self, always says to me, Tassel, stop thinking. Stop thinking, stop thinking, stop thinking. Keep sensing your way through the day, through life. Yes, Deepen.
So recently, and I'm sure everyone has to work. You know, make your living, and a lot of disease comes from work, or you know, stress and lots of things, because it takes you away from what you really want to do. So I was in the last really 3 years, but really in the last 6 months or 8 months, had gotten really just like, okay, like passive aggressive person here, this, like everything was just like, I wasn't definitely not feeling, you know, it's like, it felt terrible. So, you know, I did certain things to, well, and kind of the not thinking, I was like, okay, I've got to, you know, rise above the riffraff and just, you know, do my part. And I made some changes, started studying some different things, kind of just working on my own, you know, just making some gentle shifts. And, you know, it was kind of to the point like, yeah, I was looking for another job and doing these things. And anyway, long story short, I just got to the point where, you know, and I was telling my team, you know, these things was getting met with negativity, and I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna back off. I'm just gonna, you know, not think. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And within, it was a little bit time passed. My boss came to me and was like, Jamie, I know you've been working on this or that. Are you interested in this other role? I was like, yeah, I'm interested in this other role. And so it's like there was really no change that I had to make. It literally was right there, and everything has gotten like, it's kind of like I'm leading the way now, which is, I mean, it's in lead, and so yeah, sometimes you think you need to make a radical change. It can, like ourself is right, that kind of concretes it, that, you think.
Yeah, it sounds like you were in the truth. You were not hiding from the truth of how you felt about your job. You felt the truth.
Yeah.
And you were able to create peace inside yourself about it. And then perhaps in the as within, so without,
yeah,
more peace came in with a different job. Yeah.
Well, I'm still in the same job.
Or
I'm
a
just
different
doing,
role in the job.
and I still got a lot of the same responsibilities I had, but I'm moving away from that into a newer thing. Yeah, and your work isn't, your 9 to 5 or whatever you want to call it. It's because for me it was like I wear my emotions on my sleeve. If I'm upset at work, I'm upset at home. I'm not upset at my wife, but I'm going to come off abrasive to her. And then there's more disease. It's like it's this thing. So
Just don't tell her she's a disease.
Right. So yeah, it's all a balance. It's all a
Yes.
But yeah, it's a
Yeah.
I think this whole idea of sovereignty and kind of just processing parts of your story that you're sharing. Like from such an early age, I was programmed to be attuned to everyone outside of me and how they were feeling.
Yes.
So much so that I had no idea
Yeah.
how I was feeling. Like my feelings weren't being validated.
Yeah.
My needs weren't being met, so I had no idea who I was.
Right.
And like my parents, like religious systems, being a woman, like there were so many layers that made it feel impossible, and it like made me so depressed.
Yes.
And I went through a really hard relationship during COVID where there was part of me that knew at the beginning, like viscerally, that this is not good.
Yeah.
But I choose the hard way. I chose the hard way. And I also experienced like a medical problem, like a big issue.
Yes.
And it alerted me to how much stress I had internalized and how much of my truth I had just tried to suffocate, basically.
Yes.
And I had a lot of fear about leaving, but like when I reflect about it, I'm like, the fear I think was like fearing my own power to like create my life the way I wanted it to.
Yeah.
And so I'm really trying to focus on, as you said at the beginning, like harmony within myself, because I'm like such a sensitive person where if I'm like at the grocery store and I see someone's upset, I'm like, oh, oh no, like it's like a sponge. Like I'll be like wanting to fix things and improve situations to my own expense at times.
Yes.
And so
that is such a big part, I think, of the journey of taking back our energy, taking back our focus. I really like this word, decentering. Decentering, I want to say everything else beyond the relationship with yourself. Now, we may be married, we may have kids, so that is a little more of a gray area. But I think most of us may have been socialized to believe that, our friends are super important, our family is super important. And I'm not saying they're not, but I am saying it's so helpful when we center the relationship with ourselves. and our highest consciousness, at least for a time period. And I'll just share on my own journey. I left my ex-husband about 10 years ago. And I'm just now kind of starting to come back into the world a bit. And what it felt like to me is that spirit said, okay, Tassel, you're with me now. And I didn't realize it was going to be about 10 years, but it really was about 10 years where everything really fell away, which was a blessing. I did not see it as a blessing in the beginning. I went into this time period, I would say, kicking and screaming. I tried to get more custody of my kids. I tried to have external relationships. And life was like, no, 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 no. And at times I thought, what is wrong with me? Why am I so alone? So I see this sometimes with clients that they're in a similar, I would call it like a hermitage period, where life, I would say, is asking us at times to really go within. And I'm so grateful to have had those 10 years of really, I would say, not so much interaction externally, and a lot of interaction with myself and my higher self. So decentering everything else and really centering that relationship with yourself, I think, is the most fertile, amazing, productive thing you can ever do. And I am now so territorial about my time with myself that, for instance, I used to listen to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks and all that, and now I really, when I'm alone, I just want to hear what's going on here, because that is where my highest consciousness is, and I know that is going to help me so much. So I'm really territorial. And even on my Facebook profile, you know how it says, like, in a relationship with someone, you can put in. So mine says, in a relationship with my higher self. And I love her so much. I'm so into her.
I mean, I would say, like, regardless of husband, wife, partner, kids, like, to me, based on where I've been and kind of where I'm going, like, the relationship, like, the edgy, the irritability that's been, like it, I see now I need to. You know, it makes me be a better mom, a better friend, a better employee. So I'm like, yeah, decentering everything. Like, y'all can wait 30 minutes while I do me, because you're going to like me better after this 30 minutes than if I don't have it ever.
Love that. Because, and I'm sure you're experiencing this, what happens is we